a couple of videos over, so I'm going to be redoing my hair care video and my facial care video because YouTube hates me, or my old editing software hates me, or something just does not like me, because apparently like the last couple of minutes on both videos just stopped working altogether. So take two on hair care. So, taking care of your hair. There are a lot of myths, a lot of advertisements that promise things or tell us things that are not true, like certain shampoos can repair your hair. Once your hair is damaged, the only repair it's going to get is to cut it off and not do what you did the last time to fix it. A lot of hair creams promise to repair your hair. Your hair's dead. It's dead skin cells. It's not living, so it can't be knit back together. It can't grow back together like a broken bone or a cut or anything like that. So those promises are false. Also, there's the promise of shampoos that it's good for your hair, that all, they promise that they're silicone free or that they're all natural, and they may be all natural, but those chemicals, whatever chemicals they may be, natural, man-made, whatever, are still not 100% good for your hair. So I'm going to talk about what you can do to help protect your hair, what you can do to help fight the damage that's been done to your hair. If you're like me and you are notorious for dyeing your hair, then it's everything you possibly can do to save your hair from falling out or excessive split ends or frizzing out, or if your hair type is just naturally frizzy or curly or coarse, different things you can do to help change it a little bit and make it more manageable, make it more to your liking, whatever. So the first thing I want to talk about is shampooing your hair. Most people are taught that you need to shampoo your hair every day. That is a lie. There are natural oils that are produced by your hair, by your scalp, that help protect your hair, that help keep it from getting even more damaged. And when you shampoo your hair every day, you're stripping away those oils, and it's actually doing more harm than good. Yes, shampoos have a lot of aloe and vitamin E and vitamin D and shea butter or whatever in it. It's still not as good as what nature gives us. So what you're supposed to do is, if you are in a profession that you are not sweating a lot, not out in the dirt and the muck and the gross, you're supposed to shampoo your hair either every other day or every 2 days, depending on your preference or your hair type. Thicker hair needs to be shampooed every other day, where thinner hair can go 2 days without being shampooed. Now, I can hear people going, ew, that's so gross. It's not. It's been proven through studies and whatnot that people who consistently shampoo their hair have thinner hair, are at a higher risk for getting head lice, and are reported as having severely damaged hair. Now, that's not always the case with everybody, but there's a good chunk of people, or I should say a good chunk of the population who has this, and it's just advertising to get people to buy their shampoos and advertising for hair products, but don't worry. So when you shampoo your hair, you need to find a shampoo that fits your hair type. Okay, different shampoos are created for different types of hair. They have the volumizing for the thinner hair, they have the anti-frizz shampoos, they have the shampoos for dyed hair, the shampoos for curly hair, the shampoos for people who are not white and have the coarser hair or are of a different ethnic background that is designed for their hair type. For me, because I have ungodly thick hair and it's so severely damaged, I have to have a shampoo and a conditioner that is hydrating and can get through the thick, crazy nastiness that is this mop on my head. So what I use is this from the Melaleuca Company. It's Ultra Multi Hydrating Shampoo and Conditioner, and it is made with all natural ingredients like salt and citric acid and oils from the Melaleuca plant, and it is really nice. And it only takes a little bit of this to get through the craziness that is my hair. Now for me, because I'm a stay-at-home mom and all that, I shampoo my hair every 2 days. And on the days that I'm not shampooing my hair, I condition it so that way it still gets all the protectants of conditioner and it still gets all the hydration that it needs to keep it from making me look like I've been rubbing balloons all over my head. So there's that. When I'm done shampooing my hair, everybody has different products that they like to use in their hair for when they're styling it, for if they just want to grab and go, or if they just want to throw it up or whatever. But for me, because of how thick, like I said, because of how thick my hair is and how damaged it is, with the weather it can be either really flat, it's kind of flat today, it's not too terrible, but when it gets warmer it gets really frizzy. So for me, I like to use anti-frizz creams and anti-frizz serums to kind of help keep everything in check. And you can use this every day. I use the VO5 one, and you can use it every day, and it says soothes, repairs, and protects, but really it just smooths it out and protects it from even more damage, because you can use this if you're going to style your hair. You can use this if you just want to brush it through your hair real quick and throw it up into a ponytail. You can use this for everything, but I use it if the husband and I are going out somewhere, or we're going to somewhere nice, and I don't want to have the craziness on my head, and I don't want to style it per se. So I'll just rub this through my hair. You can use this on damp hair or dry hair, and it does amazing things for your hair. Now, if I'm going to style my hair, I have a couple of products that I like to use. I like to use the Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine, because you can use the liquid serums with flat irons and curlers and other things like that, and it will protect your hair. There's a whole mess. Bedhead has some, and VO5 has styling products for, if you're using your flat iron or your curlers or your blow dryers or whatever, and all that good stuff. The other thing that's really important about your hair is what type of brush or comb you're using, and different brushes and combs can actually shred your hair and cause split ends to be worse. Back in the 90s they had those big old fat square brushes that I've seen every now and then, but those are so horrible for your hair because they just rip and tear and destroy your hair. If you're going to be styling your hair and you want to use like a blow dryer to style your hair, you need to use one of those soft, and not soft, but the stiff round brushes, because that helps spread out the hair and it gets the heat in there and it gets the product in there, and you can style your hair with it. If you're just going to be brushing your hair, a comb or a brush that has these little plastic things on them and have the plastic bristles are what's best, because they don't catch on your hair nearly as badly, and they don't cause as much static. And different companies have different brushes that say that have the ion diffuser stuff in them, and that's supposed to help bring frizz down to a minimum. If you have curly hair, whether it be like by a perm, I know that it's so old school, or by natural curls, then a pick is what's best because it won't ruin your curls. It won't destroy your hair trying to get through those curls, and it will protect your hair more. So yes. And then the last tip I have is if you are like me and you dye your hair religiously, like I used to dye my hair every couple of months back in the day, and when you dye your hair as much as that, you get your hair falling out, and when you have thick hair like me, it's really not that big of a deal. But if you have thinner hair and you want to dye your hair, don't. I'm not saying don't do it ever, but you need to put a bigger gap between dye times, because otherwise you're going to go bald. And that's never a good thing. Like with me, if you have thick hair like me, you can dye your hair every 3 months and it's not going to make a dent in how thick your hair is. But like my mother has thinner hair because she is older. She's not bald, but she has thinner hair, and she should only be dyeing her hair every 4 months or so, because otherwise she will go bald. Just saying. So that is that, and that's all I have for you today for hair care. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all can take my tips and advice and put them to the betterment of your hair. If you have any questions, comments, products you like to use, please leave a comment down below, and I don't know what I'll do with them, but I might do a product tester to see, which products work best with my hair or with my sister's hair. My sister dyes her hair more than I do, but since I will be seeing her in April, we could do a hair care product testing video. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But alright, that's all I got for you guys. See ya.